Hey, my beautiful people. It's your boy once again, Tony Mushiri. Yeah, it's your boy Tony Mushiri. Go check out on me on YouTube. I go by the name Tony Mushiri Official. Go check out on my videos. Make sure you subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe and press that notification button. Is it a button or a bell? Yeah, notification bell, so that you can be notified every time that I post a new video, my people. So far so good. I'm so grateful for those who are viewing my videos, those who are liking my videos, those who are commenting, sharing, and all that. And for every returning subscriber who always come to check on my videos, I'm super grateful. And I'm thankful to God for the opportunity and for the gift of life. So my people, let's continue doing our thing. Let's continue supporting each other. Yeah. We young people, we young generation, I know we have a purpose in this life, and we so much desire to make it in life. So my people, like I was saying, we young people, I'm sure we want to make a very difference, a big huge difference in our lives. Each and every young person I know we want to do something better, something huge, more than what our parents did, and also that is the joy of our parents, to see that we are making a very great and a huge progress. So there is this mistake I've seen some people do, and maybe I've also done the same mistakes. But for today I want us to talk on this issue, which is becoming let me say, it's a very big deal, and a very messy deal if you're not very cautious about. I want us to talk about the mistakes people are doing when it comes to purchasing or buying a piece of land. I've seen some of my friends, some of my close friends, who have bought a piece of land and it has really costed them a lot. You'll find that when it comes to purchasing a piece of land, most of the people, it will be so hard. You find someone, the owner of the piece of the land you want to buy. Most of them you'll find the brokers. And what I usually advise people when you're dealing with brokers, you have to be very smart. You have to be very cautious, because these people they are messing people up. You know, one thing you have to understand about brokers: they don't care, they don't mind about you. What they are concerned is about what they are going to get after you purchase the piece of land. So because they always told, if they sell a piece of land at this amount, they will be given a certain commission. So these people, they will keep pressuring you and telling you, try and do things fast, try to take this piece of land, because there are so many people who are trying to buy the same portion of land you want. So you'll find that we young people, we are doing things in rush. Like, we are doing things in hurry. Like, you want to take the piece of land because you've been told so many people are in need of the same portion of land you want. So you find that you have bought a piece of land which has been sold to another person, or maybe you haven't visited the place several times. Like, you haven't understood the area very well, and by the time you realize that you have really got yourself into a mess, it will be too late. Because you'll find that there are mistakes people are doing. And I usually advise someone, if you love to purchase any piece of land, the first thing, after you have that in mind and you have been told there, because at the end of the day you'll have to visit several farms, several people who are selling maybe their piece of land. One of the things I usually ask people to find out, and this is something people don't usually care about. For me, like, I bought a piece of land last year. The first thing I usually do, I go and visit the piece of land, and the second thing, I usually find out why this person selling this piece of land. Because some people are selling their portion of land because I was saying that, sorry for the interruption. So some people are selling their portion of land because of the family issues. and maybe this person want to sell his portion of land and vacate the place. So for you, it'll be in Lash, you go buy the same piece of land, and the person will, okay, the title will be yours, the place will be yours. The title shows you are the owner of the piece of land, but at the end of the day, you'll be in conflict, maybe with the family members, maybe because the person who sold you under a bigger portion more than the others, so they'll be always they'll be interfering with the things you want to do. Maybe you'll have a lot of issues, because by the these things to do with land is not an easy thing that you just have to rush and do things and do things anyhow. You have to be very cautious. So what I can say, always find out the reason as to why this person want to sell this portion of land. Some people are very genuine. Maybe somebody want to sell the piece of land to take his or her children to school, maybe to buy something, or maybe to vacate from that place and go and buy another piece of land somewhere cheaper. So find out the reason as to why this person is doing so. Another thing I usually tell people, make sure you visit the place several times, and also speak to a few of the neighbors, and try to ask them what happens maybe when when it comes to a rainy season. How is the drainage over there? Try to find out some small things that you'll find later they matter, maybe when it comes to your construction, when you are doing your construction, because you'll assume these things, and maybe you'll buy a piece of land, and when it rains the place becomes very swampy. There's an issue with the drainage, so you'll find that the place is really messing you up. So try to communicating with even the neighbors. Find out about the drainage. Mostly some of the things you have to consider is drainage, and usually say buy a piece of land where you know the drainage is usually say it should be slightly okay, let me not say slightly, but let me use the term gently sloping. When I mean it is not too steep, it should not be flat, it should not be too steep, but gently sloping, that is the term I was looking for. Gently sloping, that one will really help you when it comes to drainage, or now you'll plan your buildings. It will be of great help unto you, my people. And another thing people are really assuming, and it is messing people a lot, maybe in my country here in Kenya. So the cost of installation of electricity is becoming a very big deal. So you find you are into Lash, you have purchased your piece of land, and you find from the main post, or from where you'll be having your electricity connected from, you'll need like 4 or 5 posts. My friends, I assure you it will be super costly. So I stand at a point of being corrected, but I've seen my friends messing themselves up. You find that you bought a piece of land at 700,000 Kenyan shillings, and you find if you're in a place whereby you'll need like 3 posts, 3, 4, 5 posts to have your electricity connected at your place, you'll find that you're paying almost 300,000 Kenyan shillings. So it's almost the same amount you used to buy the portion of land. You're using almost the same amount to install the electricity. So those are things people go in Lash, you buy the portion of land, you haven't considered how the easiness, or how easy it will be to have electricity connected at your place. Don't make a mistake on such a thing. I've seen people paying even over to 50,000 to have electricity installed in their places. So my people, don't assume. It may seem as something minute because you have found the piece of land to be so good, centrally located and all that, but if you don't have enough capital to install the electricity, please don't make that mistake. Also, you find you have bought a piece of land in a place there is no main connectivity of the water. Maybe the bigger pipes that connect water into different locations, different areas. So you find from the main point where you'll be having water connected into your own place, it will really cost you a lot. So these are minor things that people don't consider. I'll be doing another video maybe to share on some other things you have to consider, but what I'm talking today about is something people don't really mind about. And also another thing you have to do, anytime you have gone to purchase a piece of land, after fighting about those minor things, before even you do any deposit, you make any deposit, go find a surveyor, a qualified surveyor. You can visit any surveyor offices at within your location, within your area. And there's something we usually do that is called a search. Search is whereby each and every portion of land got the number. I don't know the name given to that number. So they'll go and find that number into their system, and they'll tell you who is legally the owner of this portion of land. Because you'll find some piece of land, maybe you're being sold to. It was sold to someone who is abroad. And also even maybe like we got two brothers and the one brother is not around. So you'll be sold around, the brother who is within will sell his brother's land, and you'll find you maybe have started your construction and someone is coming to claim that the portion of land is belong to him. I've seen so many houses being demolished because people didn't follow these steps. Because nowadays people don't care about the other person. All what they care is all about themselves. So these are very minor. I know as I speak, maybe some of you may find them to be very minor or something that each and every person knows. I assure you, I assure unto you that some of people are they are really assuming these things. They are not. You'll find a piece of land and you'll I want this. When it comes to buying a land, we don't do that. We don't gamble when it comes to purchasing a piece of land. People are really crying. People have lost their huge amount of money. And you know how the systems are. Maybe you have given out your money. My friends, even if you have to follow how the process is, you go to the court, you'll find that you're using a lot of money to try to get back the money that you lost. So make sure when you are purchasing a piece of land, and also people, when it comes to these things, take them very serious from me. Like for me, I'll be taking you somewhere someday. I purchased a piece of land that I really took time to purchase, and I can assure you, even for you, you'll assure me, you'll concur with me that the portion of land is beautiful. People, the last thing I want to talk about is the entry point. What I'm holding is an Oxford measuring tape, which is 5 meters, which is 16 feet. When I talk of the entry point, is the entry from the main road, the entryway that takes someone or takes you to your portion of land that you're going to purchase. When it comes to reserved areas, majorly these are rural areas, make sure that the entry point, the length of the entry point downwards to your portion of land, it is measuring 6 meters, which is 20 feet. And for the areas that they are growing very fast, majorly the urban areas, if you are purchasing a piece of land there, make sure it is 9 meters, which is 30 feet, my people. Don't make a mistake on that. Mostly for those people who are buying the portion of land at the rural areas, make sure the entry point, the length of the entryway, the entry path to your portion of land is 6 meters. Don't forget about this, my people, which is 20 feet. So my wonderful people, it's time to say bye-bye. Don't forget to follow those simple steps while purchasing a piece of land. Let's meet in another video. All that I can say is bye-bye. I love you. Let's catch up in another video, my beautiful people. Make sure you comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.